Hello, and welcome to Retro Rank Rhapsody. This episode, Revenge of the Shmup, in which we return to the series that spawned this series of Retro Rank Rhapsody, Ranking of Shmups. This episode we will be taking a look at sort of sequels to games that were featured in Ranking of Shmups. Particularly one in each of the 7 categories, because the 7 kind of tiers of quality came from Ranking of Shmups. So we'll be taking a look at one from each of the categories, going from not that great all the way to the best. So I'm just going to also warn you ahead of time, I hit some technical difficulties just before my stream started, which I couldn't fix until during the stream. So we're going to be cutting in a little bit later than I probably would have liked. That being said, it should be pretty... it should be pretty smooth from there. So, didn't really miss much. That being said, why don't we go ahead and start? And here. Okay. So, this is a Sega game.
Story checks out.
This is Thunder Force 4. First thing we want to do, set this to baby mode. There's a Maniac option, but no, less than easy. And yeah, so this is Thunder Force 4, which is, as you can probably expect, the sequel to Thunder Force 3. This, for some reason, when it came out over here, also you can select this order of the first 4 stages. I'm just going to do default. The
Heck is a stripe.
I don't know. I think it's the planet name.
Oh geez, that opening up in the clouds like that's kind of painful in the eyes.
Yeah.
Hey, they've got bitmap effects. They're not afraid to use them.
So this kind of has, like, that certain Gradius stage, like how the Moai stage did it, where you have scrolling going up and down, which is kind of not great. Also, you have, like, I get what they're trying to go for, but that is not a good way of doing it. Also, the sound effect's not great. Also, from what I remember of Thunder Force 3 and the criticisms we had of it, basically it was that enemies were a bit bullet spongy and there was kind of sudden death kind of things where things would just appear and kill you instantly.
Well, at least the bullet sponge doesn't seem to be as around anymore.
Just.
You sure about
wait.
that, Carnival?
Wait.
Of course.
Hold on to that thought.
The art and music's nice, but aside from that, it's kind of bog standard, if I'm gonna be real.
Wow. They have opened every tech trick on the Genesis Open. Was this regular Genesis?
Yes.
Wow.
Tell me your feelings on foreground objects.
They're bad when they block the action.
No, I was gonna say, at least it's fine right here, but...
Oh, grody.
That's not good.
Well, there's only 2 layers built into the hardware, so the fact they're getting like 5 or 6 of them is pretty impressive. But that doesn't mean it's good gameplay.
Bullshit.
Oh no, technically, in technical skill, this is amazing. It's just...
But the gameplay is bland.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's at least a bit better than I thought Thunder Force 3's was, because 3's was just kind of boring. this is at least okay. And I have
Fourth
heard
time's the charm.
I have heard repeatedly that Thunder Force 4 is the one to play.
Like, the art's really good, but it's also just the enemy designs themselves are kind of eh. Like, they're not really memorable designs like, say, Darius does.
Also, I should point out that this game has a lot of slowdown.
Really?
I don't know if you can tell in the music, but it is actually experiencing slowdown a little bit.
I can't imagine why.
Yeah. So the thing is, actually, so we're playing the. Oh, also watch out! Watch that mouth. So there is actually a port of this to the Saturn that has, as you would hope, no slowdown. Also, remember what you were saying about bullet sponginess.
So this thing will just die after a few minutes, right?
Whoop. Also, yeah, when you get an upgrade, you lose it. But that as a Thunder Force standard. Oh, there we go. Oh, I think I'm
I can't tell if you're. I can't tell if you're hurting it.
You can tell by the color of the little explosion. You see how when I shoot the orb that apparently I've been supposed to shoot the orb the entire time, so maybe that's not good.
Yes. Also, it will shoot my orbs that have a tendency to weaken me as well.
Okay. Ugh. That attack's kind of mean. Oh, there we go. That's kind of another kind of bad thing about the whole scrolling is that sometimes you can get screwed over by it. Oop.
It looks like you can shoot some of the shots out of the air.
Yes, you can. Oop. That's what I get for taking a walk off the screen. There. That's just me being sloppy. Oh, there we go. Okay.
I always think it's funny that the bad guys are giant robots, but they're not doing anything a giant robot would do.
Yeah. Let's go.
I mean, like that guy. So he brings a floating platform, but he has his own jets anyway. Also, is that fungus growing on a space station?
I don't know. Maybe?
What the hell are those things?
I have no idea.
Look, interstellar moss is a huge problem on derelict space stations, you see.
It really is. You gotta like scrub and get really into the greebles to get that out. I wonder why this guy slows down so much.
Well, I have no idea. Oh. Yeah, I guess it is kind of lost. Yep. Whoops.
Wait, is that a derelict city on the roof?
Yeah.
There's one on the bottom. Okay.
Maybe this is just kind of like a Rama situation.
It's just a giant space station that rotates to maintain gravity. I don't see the problem.
Yeah, and we're blowing the crap out of it because it's Thunder Force. Now, was I mistaken? Was Thunder Force a big thing on the Turbo Graphics? Or
no, Thunder Force is pretty much primarily it is a mostly a Mega Drive thing. The first two, well, the first one's computer only, like PC-88 only to be specific. The second one was X68K and Mega Drive. The third one is Super Nintendo and Mega Drive, and then this one is Saturn and Mega Drive. Damn it.
Okay, yeah, I'm confusing it with Lords of Thunder.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so yeah, that is Thunder Force 4. Okay. Alright, so let's take a look at our ranking. Let's actually go back to the new list. Okay. Since pretty much all of these are going to go into the attack category, and this is going to be fun. Where are we going to put Thunder Force 4 in this current list? I would probably play Burger Time over it, but I'd probably play that over Rally X.
Okay. I mean, I can see if you had a Genesis, this probably would be an excellent addition to your library.
Probably. Although there are also a lot of other good shmups on the Genesis as well.
Like, it was a good-looking game with good music, but that's about
yes.
all I can say about it.
Speaking of the music, just so we can hear some of the other music in that game, because I think that is actually something that I really actually like about that game. Let's see. So let's see, this is let's see. There's stage 3. There's also, let's see. There's this one. Okay, maybe that has it. I'm trying to take this certain one. There's this one. But I'd have to say my favorite song is this.
I mean, that's a pretty solid name for it.
Yup. Okay, so yeah, just so we can hear some of the other music. So yeah, that is that. Thunder Force 4, this is 16. I forgot to check when this game came out. I want to say it was 94. Let's check. Thunder Force 4. Came out 92. 92 is a TecnoSoft game. It is for the Sega Mega Drive. It is a shmup. Tone, I would probably say tonal. OST. I would say that the OST is pretty good.
It's pretty fucking good.
I'm thinking either B or A. In fact, I would almost say that the OST is pretty much the only thing this game has going for it. Because if it didn't have as good of a soundtrack, it might actually knock it down a little bit.
I appreciate like all the little tricks they did for like the environments. And the art assets were generally really good, even if the art direction was kind of shit. But yeah, no, the music is definitely like the standout thing.
So would you give it a B or an A?
I would give it an A, especially given the sound chip it was forced to work with.
Yeah, I would also probably give it an A then. World building. Very pretty, even though a bit generic.
Pretty, but super bland, yeah.
So I think I'd at least give it a little bit of props, but not...
Like, the environments and the shit they were able to do with it, given their hardware, was pretty impressive, but the actual enemy designs and the ship design were really bland.
Craft.
Oh, holy crap. Wait, does craft refer to gameplay or does it refer to technical achievements?
Mostly gameplay, although technical depends upon how you... technical, like in terms of like visual technicality, I'd put that under world building. Whereas craft is purely mechanical.
Oh, well, you didn't seem that impressed.
The gameplay is not stellar. It's C at best. Also, it still has a little bit of the whole, this thing's going to appear, it's going to shoot a beam, and you're not going to be able to prepare for it unless you know about it ahead of time. So, I don't think I'd give it D territory, but I would say C.
And it was bland, but relatively inoffensive, yeah.
Let's see. Impact. It's kind of well known as being decent. It's one of those games that people kind of know about. But I would... I'm thinking... thinking either C or D. I'm thinking probably C because if there's a Thunder Force game that people tend to know, it's usually this one. Age. This is definitely aged a bit. So,
I mean, once again, it's mostly like mechanically, and in terms of like actual game design, that it is aged poorly.
Yeah.
Like even nowadays, it still looks really good.
Yes. So I'm thinking C then.
Yeah.
Touch. It's definitely
D.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
I mean, just look at the trouble you were having with that first boss.
Yeah. Well, that also was me trying to shoot the wrong area, which...
Well, that's what I mean, is it's bad at conveyance and also everything's spongy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, half the time its tail was propped up so you couldn't actually shoot the center.
That too. So yeah, that is Thunder Force 4. So now, if we go to the Ranking of Shmups list, we bump ourselves up to the, I think, did I call it the Mev Event Horizon? Yes, I did. Basically games that are just a little bit less than average. Like, there's either something that, it was either just didn't quite make average, or that or could have had, it was okay, but then there was something really up with it. In fact, I am taking a look at a particular game, down here, actually. Because our next game, also I forgot that's how that worked. Okay, next game is
Wait, what was Lords of Thunder again?
Lords of Thunder. Well, this is...
Was Lords of Thunder the one that was some dude's concept album turned into a video game?
Hold on to that thought. Because this game, is Lords of Thunder. So, the thing is that we rank Lords of Thunder at 236, so pretty low. The thing is, we ranked the Turbo CD version. I have come to find out that the Sega CD version of this game actually plays a little bit different. And I am actually going to let the attract mode play. Because there is also another thing that's different. Eventually.
The once peaceful land of Mistra was about to be plunged into a time of death and turmoil. From the darkest
There's
reaches of
narration
the
in this
land,
one.
the army of the Garuda Empire, under the command of High Priest Sornbel and the 6 Dark Generals, had begun the invasion of Mistral.
This is already amazing. I can't wait to be disappointed.
Of the gods during the time of the sword had the beautiful countries of Mistral seen such savage destruction. In this battle, the legendary knight Drac with the goddess Luxina had sealed the evil god Deoric deep under the 6 continents of Mistral. The Garuda Empire's intention was to resurrect the evil god Deoric and to plunge the world into darkness.
God, this is some fantasy-ass writing. Holy shit.
Fought to stop the invasion, but
It's
they were
pretty
no
good.
match against the superior force of the Garuda Empire. As the last hope of the people of Mistral, one knight alone stands to save this land. His name was Duran, the last in the bloodline of the legendary knight Drac. Protected by the mystical armor of Drac, Duran alone confronts Sornbel and the Garuda Empire. Will Duran be able to stop the Garuda Empire?
Oops. That it just cuts out like that.
That's really weird and jarring.
Welcome back.
Yeah, hello. But I remember this one.
Yes.
This was a disappointment.
Yes. Yes, it was.
Look at that armor.
Also, it just cuts off again. Okay, so yeah, Lords of Thunder. Okay. We got several different areas we can go to.
I'm sorry, what is that last one? The bottom one? Oh, fuck you.
Olato?
Yes.
Alright. Okay, so the thing is we have a choice of 4 armors. Here's the thing. Do not pick 2 of them, and I forgot which ones. I believe it is the Earth and Water are not that great. I'm going to pick the Wind armor.
I just appreciate that this...
Also. Okay.
What?
Also, let's see. Increase our health to max. I should just... Oh, well. Also, let's buy another bomb. Okay.
But yeah, I appreciate that the ice continent is just Spanish for ice cream. I felt like
As
I needed to
long
put that out there.
Sounds foreign.
Okay. So, one of the reasons that... Let's see. Okay, so one of the reasons that the Turbo version is that we ranked it so low is because there was no such thing as Mercy Invincibility. They added that in this one. So not only is there Mercy Invincibility, you also get stunned a little bit. So that means that you don't just lose all your health almost instantly. Which means this game is actually somewhat playable. See? Yep.
I kind of wish the gem collect noise was a bit more subdued.
Yeah, this game has a little bit of an issue. Oh, also, one thing that's nice is that you can rub against the walls all you want.
Oh, that's good. Because that was a major issue with the other version.
But what were you gonna say, Lola?
No, just the fact that you can rub up against the wall is really nice.
No, about audio.
Oh, yeah, this game doesn't exactly have the greatest audio. It has fantastic music, not so great sound effects.
Yeah, well, the reason I say I want more subdued is just so you can pay more attention to the soundtrack.
Yeah. So the thing is that other, like, armors have, the sound effects for their shots are, let's just say, annoying.
Like, I do like how the artwork in this game looks. It's a shame. It just doesn't really do anything special. Like, I think Torpid was said the last time is that they basically blew their entire budget into that opening.
Yeah, kinda.
It's just kind of a shame, because the music's really good, but everything else is kinda bland. Oh man, your magic fart.
What is this Kieran-ass thing?
This is really... I have to do it. That's a cool design. Even if it's just like, where's its hitbox?
I don't know. Oh, it's its face. Whoops.
That's awful.
Okay. Okay, so let's see. Where should we go now?
Let's go to Descent.
Descent? Alright.
But yeah, I wish this game did more in service of the soundtrack.
Okay, let's see. Get our health back up.
Like, that is definitely, like, clearly its central focus, but also everything kind of works against it.
Yeah. Like, this feels like this should be more like a kind of brawler game than really a shmup, honestly, just with the giant armor and everything like that.
I mean, no, a shmup could work. The bigger issue is things like it's very slow.
Yeah.
Which feels really contrary to this sort of soundtrack.
Yeah.
And all these sound effects kind of just try their damnedest to overlap the soundtrack.
And it's like, there's a neat enemy design in here too that's kind of disappointingly used.
Yeah, I really like the designs of the air, like everything. It's just.
Also, this game doesn't understand the concept of spectacle, which would work for the soundtrack a lot better.
Yeah. This is SNES, or is it? Wait, no, this is
Sega CD.
Turbo. Oh yes, CD.
Because we're looking at the Sega CD version because they added stuff to it, which is weird because this is a Hudson game, or Hudson published, I should say. So the version on the what practically their hardware is actually the worst version.
Yeah, that's
Also, in terms of actual gameplay, it's weird that you can't turn around.
Yeah, that is the other thing. It's like you should be able to turn around the other side.
And you can tell this was, and they didn't add anything extra like buttons because it's a 2-button game. Because yeah, this feels like almost like a Section Z.
It does. It really does.
Like it has that kind of movement. Oh, also, by the way, one nice thing is that except for that thing, getting hit by those stalactites does not hurt you at all, or the ones that are on the ceiling. Oh, damn it.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Whatever stalactite or stalagmite, whichever one is the one that's on the ceiling.
Oh, like background
stalactites cling, tight to the ceiling.
Okay.
Oh, I'm having school flashbacks.
Rock spike!
So this is Temple W then?
I guess.
What year was this again?
95.
Ooh.
Look, the secret to never getting it wrong is just saying rock spike. Why learn a trick when you could just fuck it up?
Yeah, so this post-dates Thunder Force then.
Yes.
Ah! I was not expecting that.
Again, really cool designs that are criminally underused.
This is what I mean about it not understanding spectacle. Look at how boring this boss fight is, given the design.
Yeah.
The art design is really nice. The presentation is not as impressive as some other games we've seen.
Okay, so which one should we do now?
Bosk.
Okay.
I want to see something green for a change.
May I help you?
Lady, who are you?
The merchant.
Also, what's weird is you can so the thing is once you lose all your lives, it's game over. So these are basically your lives. What's weird is that there are two kind of lives. There's the one that is, I guess, an instant resurrection, and one that's a checkpoint resurrection.
Yeah, the extra life is cheaper than the resurrection on the spot.
Which I think that's not a bad idea of a system, to be fair.
Do they go up in price when you buy them?
I don't think so.
Okay, so if they went up in price, that would make sense.
I mean, to be fair, money drops are pretty standard across the board.
Yeah.
So, it makes sense that there wouldn't be any sort of inflation.
Also, this isn't Fantasy Zone.
Okay, this one they're getting a little more clever with the parallax.
God, your shot noise is so annoying.
That's the thing. The thing is, this is one of the least offensive ones. There's one that, I think it's the fire one, that is really bad.
Yeah, this is what I mean by like so many things like working against the soundtrack.
Is the sword a separate attack?
So the sword is basically, it is whenever you are close to something that you can hit, it will automatically do that.
Right. So it's like the metal slug.
Kinda, yeah.
Ah, there we go. Phew.
Just don't worry as we load zones, it's fine.
This isn't a CD game, is it?
Yeah, it is. Sega CD.
Oh, okay. That would explain that.
I don't know if that actually would have been a loading time, because usually, like, these kind of loading CD games, if it's, at this era, if it's loading, it is completely still.
Yeah, that was just weird.
Oh.
No, it was very much like just trying to mask a scene transition kind of thing.
Maybe they didn't think you would kill that guy that fast. You just fly through it, you know.
Yeah.
Eat shit.
It does seem when you have the shield, when you take damage, it's basically armor. So you don't have the stun.
Oh, okay.
Not anymore.
Of course you walk when you're on the ground. Oh, I like Axe Guy.
Oop. Also, as you can probably imagine, your sword attack is much stronger than your shot attack.
Of course.
Screw this, we're done.
That man just fucking exploded. What? Why did this man just become a mech?
Also, the thing is that the bombs are so cheap that you can just kind of hold them off to the boss and just completely destroy it. Let's see, also how long?
Awesome.
Okay, one more.
Give me an offensive noise one.
Oh. Whoops. Okay, I believe...
Like, you need to help us understand how bad it gets.
I believe it is the fire.
May I help you?
Also, I'm kind of curious about this. Yep.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ah, God, why did you do this, Torpid?
I can't even hear the soundtrack when you're doing that.
Why do you have to be so petty?
I'm not petty.
We've got to see everything. Okay, there.
Yeah, that's it. Like, we gotta properly judge this shit. We can't just go by the best of everything.
God damn, I hate this.
It's so bad.
But yeah, also, as you can probably tell, we've beaten 3 stages already relatively easily, and the turbo version we could barely last 5 minutes. To prove, which actually kind of almost proves the point of they actually went in the complete opposite direction, making this game a little bit too easy. Though granted, we're playing on the easiest difficulty, I believe. Ow.
Yeah, see, that's kind of the more important thing.
Yeah, which, granted, there is very much a preferable one of the two. I'm gonna actually just, let's see. What happens when you die? I'm curious to how this thing works.
What are the bubbles for?
I don't know.
Scenery?
Yeah,
Looks
pretty
like?
much scenery. Oops.
Well, you do have invincibility. Wow, imagine playing this game without it.
have.
Oh, we did play the game without the invincibility.
Do I?
Yeah, it was real bad.
Oh, this is cute.
Oh, you just bought an extra continue. That's what you did.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's at least
and the
nice that they
elixir is-
have that.
Yeah, the elixir is more like a life.
Okay. Okay. So yeah. That's Lords of Thunder. We've kind of seen what we needed to. Okay. So, yeah, that's Lords of Thunder. Originally, the turbo version kind of was neat but disappointed by its difficulty, but it looks like the Sega CD version kind of fixed all that.
I mean, it's pretty alright, all things considered.
Yeah, it's a little
Yeah.
slow, but it's better. It's definitely good. On the scale of it is okay. Like if we're taking a look at comparing it to like an average game, I would say it's better than average. Maybe not a whole lot better than average, but better than average.
Like if I'm gonna be honest, my biggest problem with the game is more of one of like wasted potential than anything.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking I would probably rather play that than Panic Restaurant, and actually probably rather that than. I'm just trying to think. It also is weird because we're at. I mean, our number one game in this list was okay. Where is it in the ranking of shmups list? I think it's all the way. It's like I think it's in the blue.
That
Yeah,
sounds
here.
about right.
It's 69. Yeah.
Nice.
So our current is a little bit skewed towards what the ranking of shmups list was.
Mediocrity.
So I would probably play that over Galaga and Pac-Man.
Yeah, that's about fair.
I would.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think about the Fairyland story.
It
I
was
mean, I
real
personally would
cute.
play it over Mappy, but that's just me.
Yeah, it's not going above Bosconian. I can probably say that.
Yeah, no, it's not going above Bosconian,
I
but
would
that's
also,
probably...
I personally would probably rather play Mappy than that, though. That's because Mappy
I-
is good, though.
I'd just probably put it 2 with Mappy and then call it a day there.
If I would pair it with anything, I'd pair it with the Fairyland story.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's. I would say at the very least, Mappy is technically better than it, even if I personally would prefer this over it.
Yeah, then that's fine.
Yeah, I think as a total package, I think Mappy is a better, like, what they did, even though it's simpler, for sure, but what Mappy, like, they really tightened that thing down. But I don't know if I'd pair... I would probably put it above the Fairyland story. And that's actually kind of what I'm thinking. So probably 2.5. Of Thunder. Oh, also this is not 16, this is 17. 1995. By Hudson. I think it's Hudson/Red, I believe. That is for the Sega CD. It is a shmup. I'm kind of thinking that I need just a cool tone.
You don't have a power metal tone?
No, I don't.
So, uppercase B and right parentheses.
Yeah, actually, You know what? There, you're our test. Oh,
Red Company is actually the dev. Hudson is just a publisher.
okay. I'm just gonna say it rolls with gangs for now, because I'm gonna make it cool.
Also, fun fact: this is actually Winds of Thunder in Japan.
Yeah, in Japan they call it Winds of Thunder for some reason. So yeah, I don't think there's really a debate to have here. The soundtrack is getting an A.
Yes.
That's a given.
World building. They have a lot of cool designs that don't ultimately translate well into the gameplay.
C or B, I guess?
I'd say it's at least a B, but I don't think I'd call it an A.
I would say, yeah, a B, but it can't be an A just because it's kind of squandered.
Yeah, pretty much. Craft.
Like, it is aggressively late 80s, early 90s anime.
Yeah.
From a gameplay standpoint, though...
It's pretty mediocre.
Yeah. Impact.
It's inoffensive, but it's not bad. I don't think this has an impact at all.
I'd say probably D, because this game is kind of notorious for its soundtrack, if anything.
Not true.
Yeah, but it also is. It was on on both of the CD systems, so naturally, it kind of has to. Oh, it's not Snatcher and it's not Sonic CD, and even Snatcher would get a D just because of its not mediocrity, obscurity.
I mean, Snatcher is important for other reasons, but yeah.
But I'm just thinking from a impact standpoint, the mere fact of it being only on the CD, the Sega CD and the Turbo CD.
This also came out on the Virtual Console and the PlayStation Network.
I suppose. But still. I don't know if I'd call it C territory. Age. I think this one's aged a little bit better than most shmups.
Sound effects.
Okay, yeah.
But like I would probably say C at best.
That's
like
what
it has.
I was kind of thinking C, just because it's playable, but there is definitely some that era stuff to it.
Like, it's playable and it still the music sounds really fucking good, but also there's a lot of questionable design decisions.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. That's that.
Touch, I would say C for this version at least.
Yeah, I'd probably say C. I don't think it's B territory because they made it playable, but yeah.
If nothing else, I appreciate the difficulties.
I can see people if you are new to shmups in general, I could see you having a little bit of difficulty with that. Like just a little bit of difficulty with it. So yeah. That's Swords of Thunder. So I am actually going to pre-boot this next thing while I talk about what we are going to look at next. So hold on to that thought. Okay, so
Please let me see.
well, you're not going to be able to... It's on the Action Replay Plus screen, so... Give it a sec. Yeah, so... now we're going up to the green territory. So our average kind of territory. And right here, you can kind of see this little chunk right here. We have 3 different versions of Gradius 2. So I figure... one thing that would be worth taking a look at is something that, well, why don't I actually just boot this up? And let me get this prepared. This. Because as you heard, Come on. Don't do this in the middle of the thing. Let's see. Where? Okay. Oh, fantastic. My keys to my shortcut keys to do my stuff is no longer working. 1 second. Let's see if I can quick fix this. Right. Okay. Anyway. Let's do this manually. Okay. So. I figured, well, I'll let you get this up. So this is going to be an MSX game. And MSX emulation's kinda not great. Also, working with an actual MSX is also a little bit tricky. But
you would know.
I do have a Saturn. Also, I'm gonna quick go through this as fast as possible.
No, this is really great to look at my eyes.
Okay, so what I figured we would take a look at is this.
I love scan lines.
So this is Gofer no Yabou Episode 2, which is a which also this seems like it might be a little bit loud. Okay. So this is actually a sequel to Gradius 2 for the MSX. But it is meant to also be a sequel to Gofer no Yabou is the subtitle for Gradius 2, the arcade game. So essentially making this Gradius 2 2. So the thing with Gradius 2, that's Arabic 2, the MSX Gradius 2, is that it actually so it actually has a little bit of a story to it. Namely that you are a pilot named James Burton, who is going up against Venom. This game takes place 200 or 300 years after. Oh, thank you.
No problem.
So yeah, this takes place. I forgot if it's at 300 to 200 years afterwards. We are playing as what is his name? David Burton. So a descendant of James Burton.
Was this a disc game?
This is a cartridge game.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 200 years.
To be exact.
And here's kind of giving a timeline.
Fond memories? Oh, Jesus.
The Quad Satan.
Ah, Vixen.
So yeah, the thing is the Vixen. In Gradius 2, you piloted the Battalion. So not the Vic Viper. In this game, we are piloting the Vixen. Which, much like the Battalion, is a hyperspace kind of speed kind of thing where basically it's a cool ass ship. That's not the Vic Viper.
It is inferior to the Vic Viper, though.
So the thing is actually, and I think they're probably, that's what, so it comes in 4 different variations, which we'll see in a moment. The thing with this one is that you can get upgradable bits. So kind of like Gradius 2. This is Gaudi, your basically your ship's computer. Also see at the right, 573.
Okay, but that portrait sure is a thing.
Yes.
Time to fly off in the Vic Viper, but shit.
Okay, so get the actual gameplay. Okay, so this being the Gradius 2 select music, we kind of have the same loadouts. We got this, or basically standard Gradius 1, photon missile, which is basically it'll go through things. This kind of thing. So you have your 2 lasers, your 2 ripples, and yeah.
Okay, but these ships look decidedly dumb.
Yes. I'm just gonna.
Also, the cowards didn't have new goddamn sprites for each configuration.
So much like Gradius 2 proper, you can select between the standard Gradius shield or a force field. Also, you can select what kind of option type you want. I'm gonna pick rolling.
You fucking loser. How dare you?
Okay.
How dare you not get Shadow? Also, see, they fixed the scrolling, sort of. I was wrong. I was wrong the entire time.
So this is definitely an MSX game.
No.
Unfortunately, unlike Gradius 2, there is no upgraded version of this.
Oh, it's so jarring.
It's awful. So should we just Konami code our way up to max stats, or...?
There is no Konami code. Oh, goddamn.
Haha!
Also, I'm just gonna go ahead and say, I suck at this game.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm perfectly okay with this.
The MXX support multicolored sprites?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's something about video memory, or maybe not. No, yeah, it would have been video memory. But sprites tend to be less colorful, at least in base. I think it's just like the power of the base MSX. I think because that's actually like the MSX came out like early 80s. I think like 81. So I'd imagine.
No, this is real good. Especially because you're out of lives.
Yep. So lives actually matter very little because you'll just continue. You can just like, oh, do you want to continue? And then, yeah. Also, there doesn't seem to be a pattern to when those things will drop power-ups.
Yeah, the sprites are monocolor, but you can have up to 32 of them.
Oh, okay.
So I suspect this is just that's why it's always 2 colors, because there's 2 overlapping sprites.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, maybe this game is bad.
I know I can get through this part.
Maybe this game is bad.
I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. Also, I technically skipped a game because there's an MSX version of Salamander.
Yeah.
I refuse.
Which the fun thing about that, in order to get the best ending in that, you need to... So, standard MSXs have 2 cartridge slots. It's how, like, because we looked at Parodius on the MSX. And they had a thing where if you had certain, or no, it wasn't. No, it was actually when we showed up Freddy's 2. If you have a Nightmare cartridge, you will play as Popolone, and if you have a Antarctic Adventure, you would play as Pentaro. I meant to get the force field.
Too late, fucker.
Okay. Also, what's weird is that they give you both multiple types. Like, you can select both, like, you have the standard double and the tail double. Yeah. Also, just a bit of trivia, the name of this song is We Follow the Sun.
I noticed.
It's a bit on the nose.
What hit me?
You touched the sun.
Okay.
The sunspot blast came out of the.
Yeah, the
Okay.
solar flare thing.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay, let's try that again.
Maybe this game sucks.
This game is bad.
Sorry to tell you this, Lola, but it's kind of garbage.
I will get to the boss.
I don't believe you. And
You don't need to do this. You don't need to do this to yourself,
We're
man.
almost there. No, god damn it.
We don't.
Almost there,
we
you
don't
say.
Okay, if this thing starts me over at the beginning of the thing, I am going to quit this immediately. Okay, good. Also, it seems like it's going faster. Why?
Because fuck you.
Just
Also-
never again.
By the way, I should point out, when I had a poll of saying, oh, what game should I have in my thing, overwhelmingly, people chose this.
Really?
Yes.
People have a weird fascination with the MSX.
Also, I don't know. Oh, god damn it.
I don't remember that. If I remember, I voted for.
I don't think. I think you and Torpid voted for Thundercross 2. Okay. You
Damn
know what?
right I did.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
Where was the
Oh, hey. Okay, now it works. Okay. What was that?
So where was the voting?
I deleted the poll already.
No.
Okay. So yeah. Yeah. Also, I forgot to do this. Also, my macro keys are working again on my keyboard, and I don't know why. Okay.
Also, I feel like part of it's people just read Gradius too.
Yeah, I then that's yeah. So yeah. Is this better than Super Pac-Man? I kind of want to say no.
Yeah.
You seem to get bored with how easy Super Pac-Man is, whereas with this one you're having trouble getting past
This
that.
one I need to show off more, but no, I don't feel like it anymore. Also because we have other better stuff to take a look at. So yeah, that is. I'm just gonna put. Even though we didn't look at this version, Eve of Destruction. So just to kind of show. Actually, but I should. Yeah. Why not? Let's kind of show off this game that they have a little bit of soundtrack, even though I'm not going to play the version that's actually in game. Or actually, let me just see if I have it up. I know I had the soundtrack. I just don't know if I have it nowhere that I can just instantly play it. No, I don't. So just to play it, here is the boss music. Or let's see, where is it? This is.
Okay, this is actually real good.
Yeah.
So the thing is that this actually comes from a game called, or that particular version comes from Gradius Rebirth. But it does sound basically the same. Also, here is the kind of the flight, like in between stages music. So yeah, just to kind of show off some of the other music. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, that just kind of that. So yeah, this is episode 17. That came out in 1988. It's a Konami game. It's for the MSX. And it is in fact a shmup. It is pretty much atonal. Even though we didn't hear a whole lot, I would say that the soundtrack's actually decent. Probably B territory.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a Gradius game after all. World building.
I'm sorry, what world? All I saw were suns.
There is that intro bit, but otherwise.
I'm gonna put a C.
They really shouldn't be showing us screenshots of better games.
Yeah.
It's true.
Craft.
Was there?
I'm gonna put a D.
Yeah.
Apparently, the later MSXs can actually scroll.
The thing is that doesn't work retroactively, so even if you're playing on a better MSX, it doesn't grant better MSX or scrolling.
Right, you have to be higher stacked.
Because there is actually a Konami shmup that has smooth scrolling and is actually pretty decent. But this is not that.
What one was that?
We haven't looked at it. It's a game called Space Rambo.
I mean, I remember, what was it?
There's Pleasure Hearts that has, but
yeah,
pretty
Pleasure
decent.
Hearts pulled some bullshit to actually make it look good scrolling.
To be fair, that came out like post 2000.
I'm aware, but I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, even their early stuff, they managed to do that M-Kai managed to do magic on the MSX. So yeah. Impact. This game didn't get it. I mean, I think this is like one of the handful of Gradius games that did not get some sort of rework.
Wallowed in relative obscurity.
So I would probably put D solely for the fact that it's a Gradius game. But still. Age. I'm just going to mark this. Touch. D at
We
best.
go lower than. I would say E, honestly.
And just think about what kept happening to you.
I'd put E.
Like, it was kind of garbage. Because a lot of it was random, too, what was fucking you over.
Yeah, also, your hitbox is pretty large.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Yeah. So, that's that. So, next game we're going to take a look at. Let's scroll up a bit. So I have my thing up, so let me just make sure you're seeing what you need to see. Yes. We go into the good territory, so above average. And also just like that, I'm going to get this booted up a little bit. So yeah, this will also be, if we look at this list here, so yeah, right around this area, I'm just going to go ahead and say this is also going to be a Saturn game.
Is it time?
Oop. Okay.
Oh, hey, action replay.
So yeah, let me just do this and this. So yes.
It is.
Also, I should have probably taken a look at this again to see whether or not it takes eons like the original one did.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I miss the 90s.
So yeah, this is Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei. And yeah, it is.
Panzer Dragoon 2-2.
Yes. Let's see. Because I don't think there's much options.
I didn't realize it was called 2 Zwei. I always heard of this Panzer Dragoon Zwei.
I think that's probably what you're supposed to do, but they put the 2 and Zwei, so...
Yeah, no, the fucking title is kind of awful, but yeah.
Also, I'm gonna start.
Hey, it's gonna take another 36 hours to render this.
I don't know. Also, I don't know why, but this thing has real problems with. I don't know if it's the FrameMeister or this cable, but it has real problems rendering title screens. Also, let me know if I need to turn this up.
I mean, it's all in a fictional language anyway.
Look at these rude boys. So fucked up.
This is actually a Monster Hunter game.
Luckily for this monster, they don't know how to reload.
Also, I completely didn't realize they gave, like, a fictitious name for the dragons.
What did they call them?
That seems to be the Kuriets.
What is this fucking intro?
How to Train Your Dragon.
To kill! He was too adorable. Can't expect me
He
to kill
kind of
him.
look like, if you look at it from a weird angle, he does kind of look like a mule.
I can see that.
You say that, but all I'm thinking of is Monster from Monster Hunter. Just a giant fish with chicken legs.
Oh, the pickle?
No.
God, this does really have a Nazca vibe to it. Welp. It's not good. More games need to have fictitious language like that.
I mean, they are rad, but at the same time, that is a lot of effort.
That was it, the Plesioth.
Oh, okay.
Chicken
All
legs,
right.
mighty hip check.
Our little war criminals, our little war machine is about to go off.
I love my little murder beast.
So, one thing that will become immediately obvious
Destiny.
is that now that this came afterwards, they know how the Saturn works, and it plays a lot smoother.
I thought it was that they didn't understand the concept of color.
Yeah, also we are on the ground. But yeah, this does play, it plays in a similar manner. Except for, you know, being on the ground. And yeah, we still can turn around in all 4 directions.
But it's still a rail shooter.
Pretty much. You do have more, in certain segments, you do have more control over your, you know, dragon. Oh. So yeah, much like the first game, you do have to keep an eye on that map in the corner to to see where things are.
Yeah, your radar.
So another thing they have added, you see that bar above our health bar?
Yeah.
That is our berserk meter.
Become as a truck.
Well, in a sense that you just shoot constant laser beams when it's activated. Yeah. Also, this game really has 2 buttons to it, because in the original you had, like, the shot buttons and then, like, the turnaround buttons. Then you had, like, different, like, camera view buttons. This game does not have the different camera views. It is basically shoot, turn on berserk, and then turn left and right. Which they actually smartly map, because I think in the original they don't actually map it to L and R. But I could be wrong.
I really like the look of these, just the look of this game. Even with its age, it looks really nice.
Yes.
It knew how to get the most out of what it was on, and I can appreciate that.
Yes.
Wow, you just ate shit.
It was first time flying, and we're in a war zone. It's understandable.
Baby's first fly.
Leia, Lufisa, Eutius, Ena Keroe, Yukiana,
And that's how my adventure began, by eating shit.
Imperia, Keske de Daruka, Enemy
Also, you can definitely tell that this game was, you know, the reason I have the scan lines on the FrameMeister is solely because it does not look pretty without them. Okay. Let's see.
It's a little weird to take a game that's famous for its flying mechanics and ground you like that.
To be fair, this is only the second game.
Well, the first game had you flying.
Yeah. Also, it adds a good bit of because we're definitely not just going to be on the ground.
Right. I could see like this would be an interesting intro. Like, okay, start on the ground so you can figure this out, and then put you in the air. Unlike the last game, which you're in the air. Have fun.
Soon, baby, will learn to fly. Oh, there are multiple routes?
It kind of.
This is just flashing Route 1.
Oh,
So,
I didn't even notice that.
does it auto mark them when the crosshair goes over them, or do you have to push a button to do that?
It automatically does it. As long as you're holding down the button. Because you see when the cursor turns orange?
Yeah.
That is whenever you highlight something, you will mark them, and then when you let go, it'll shoot.
Okay. I forget, the Saturn, did it have 1 or 2 analogs?
It had none. I'm using a
None.
D-pad.
Alright. Yeah, that would explain the tank controls. Alright. And I had one of these. I can't believe I don't remember that.
There was an analog controller for this. It's just I'm not using it.
It's a shame that there aren't
Ah,
buttons
right.
to like snap 2 directions.
Yeah, that is a shame.
You can turn around quickly enough, so...
Yeah, it would just make it easier to aim quickly.
Well, that was nice. Like, having you stumble in the air like that.
Yeah, baby learn to fly.
This is definitely, it has a little more narration than, like, Panzer Dragoon. It's just, we're going to show off our reflective water now.
Panzer Dragoon, which is just, hey, you're gonna murder everyone.
Dragoon, which is kind of basically a tech demo.
It really was a tech demo, plus we hired Mobius. And he wasn't going to sell us Arzak.
See, you do have, in this segment, you do have controls, so you can actually dodge stuff. You don't have to shoot it down. Because a lot of the time, you will have things, like, shot at you that you need to, like, shoot down yourself, and not just dodge. Whoop.
Misclick.
Oh.
Can't believe Rafferty's fucking dead.
Discord update.
Oh, yeah, I think so. It's been crashing on me.
Oh, that too. Maybe your internet's just getting so hot with it being hot out. Just literally melting.
Got a hot internet.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah. I just do like the idea of like all these like minor ships are just going down and they're like, what's hitting us?
I do miss the reflective water columns, but I don't miss the giant scan billboard backgrounds. And now your boss battle, a gate.
I was gonna say, actually, this is more of a mini boss battle. But,
Our most powerful foe to date.
yeah, well, I might as well show off Berserk mode. Yeah, that's Berserk mode. Oh,
The color effects were a nice touch.
whoop.
No, this is fine, don't worry about it. No, the actual boss.
Yep.
You can tell because it has a health bar.
Oh boy, this seems like this is gonna be bullet spongy.
It's a lot better about bullet sponginess in this one than it was in the original. They can be a little bit bullet spongy, but it's not nearly as bad as the original.
Hey, you paid $60. The game has to last, a couple hours.
Whoop. Do they give us like? I think we can beat it in about 2 minutes.
Yeah, you're not doing too bad.
No, we would have barely have taken an inch off the health bar if this was in the original.
You probably wouldn't notice how long this was if this was a modern game and everyone was dialoguing this entire time.
True.
Yeah, the bits falling off of it are a nice touch.
Yeah.
Like, everything genuinely looks big.
Okay,
And the font,
so
yeah, the font's way more readable.
yeah. Also, you will get technical points for doing special stuff, which, as you get more points, your dragon, evolves, kind of.
Neat.
En luce du veteran, latu mesa imperio. Lerte que nos dio, broma shiva. Ena de nos quered, eki aftefoni valukia naos. Dem, lagi.
So now more blowing things up.
Yep.
Is it this game that started the whole kind of being able to modify the dragon to an extent trend?
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, you don't really modify the dragon.
Well, in terms of like having different like upgrade paths, I believe.
Oh, well... I'm not following, because there's plenty of games that let you like upgrade your your ship.
I think in the Panzer Dragoon lineage.
Oh, well, this is the second game, so yeah. But how many games are in this lineage? Well, there's only like 2 or 3.
Well, there's Orta and Saga as well.
Okay, so
can't remember. There was enough.
There was something that was sort of that came up for the Xbox One, but it was a Kinect game.
Yeah, there's Crimson Dragon.
see, I feel bad. You're like blowing up these creatures and just like want to get away.
Also, the perfect game to have a multi-segmented creature.
See, the only problem is the ground doesn't turn black, so it looks a little weird.
There it is. Oh, come on. These little green balls that it shoots at me are kind of mean.
Yeah.
Oh,
So a lot of the areas so far have been really dark.
yeah.
Yeah, that is a bit disappointing.
So I do appreciate that these fights have like scam timers.
Yeah, because I've never actually had one of them go like fully down. Also, one nice thing is that I think that was kind of an issue in the original was the whole having to like when you rotate, like you couldn't just turn right. You had to like do the like trigger motion.
I do appreciate how like the variety the boss designs have.
Boss kind of reminds me of there's a PSO boss that kind of fought like this.
What one is that?
Deroli. Although that was more the multi-segmented thing, and then also... Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, jeez.
Well,
Alright. So yeah. Also there's six total levels.
Hmm.
Yeah. And it is nice that it lets you, because it, I think unlike the first, I can't remember if the first game did this, but you can just continue where you left off.
That's good.
So yeah. Yeah, so that's Panzer Dragoon Zwei. Let's take a look. Okay. Oh, almost. Okay. So I would probably put that above Galaga at least. Or how about how would we compare that to Lords of Thunder? Because I kind of feel they're almost similar, but I think one is a bit better than the other. I'm just trying to think. Oh yes, Moam. Yes, I remember. Yes. Yeah. Let's see. I would probably put that above Lords of Thunder.
I mean, I played above Bosconian, honestly, but that's personal preference. Definitely above Mappy, at the very least.
Yeah, I could definitely beat above Mappy. I'm just trying to think about Bosconian. Huh. Yeah, I'd probably put... Yeah, I can see putting that above Bosconian. So, yeah. Oop. 5, 17. Oh, when did that come out? Came out in 1996. Sega. Oh, just normal Sega. It is a Saturn release. There was a PC port available, which I can't remember if they made a whole lot of graphics enhancements of that, but there is a PC port available. It is a shmup. I would probably give that a tonal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Soundtrack.
I enjoyed what we heard, but it's probably not the.
I think it's good, but I wouldn't say it's stellar. So
Yeah,
I was thinking probably B territory.
Yeah,
it would be fine.
World
It's a lot more ambient than.
I would definitely say B at the very least.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd give it A because it is pretty dark.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was my one complaint is everything was dark for no real reason. Like, the first Panzer Dragoon was pretty well lit for the most part.
Yeah.
I do wonder if it just stays dark throughout the entire game, or is that just because we're still in the early levels, though?
Yeah, the first third of the game.
And from what I played a stage or two after that, and I don't think it got more, although I'm looking at a screenshot now, and there is one lit in like a bright sky. Like you're in the clouds.
Yeah, but that's too little too late, in my opinion.
Fair.
Yeah, I think the darkness may have been a stylistic choice to make your rays and make your character show up better. But yeah, the downside is you're really just looking at like muddy darkness for a lot of the game.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because it's a pretty decent looking game, given what it's on.
Yeah, I could.
And on stuff.
So probably a B.
Yeah. And like the enemy designs and everything, and like the creature designs were really good. The environments were pretty neat, aside from just being too dark.
I mean, they also made their own language.
Yeah, that too. Also,
Yep.
why is that? Whatever. Yeah. Craft. It's
I
pretty.
give it a solid B at least.
Yeah, I think they took what was in the original and kind of improved upon it. Though, granted, itself if you're looking at it from like a rail shooter perspective, there's a little bit more into it. But I would say as a kind of game, it is pretty simple. Although I don't know how complex you would want to get with something like this. So I'd probably say a B.
Do you have a category for something you call experiential games or something?
Yes, pure experience. Then I do, but granted, that has way too much gameplay to fall under that.
No, but I would. Yeah, I was going to suggest that on the spectrum of things, that game is designed to be fun to look at, not hard as nails challenge.
Yeah.
Why is B in World not green?
I don't know. That's the thing I was wondering. I'll have to fix that later. I wonder if I maybe the conditional formatting might not be affecting that for some reason. I'll have to take a look at that. Impact. The Panzer Dragoon on its own was pretty obscure. This one is even more obscure.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna.
Because when I say
It's weird.
Yeah, the weird thing is that when I think of Panzer Dragoon, I either think for 1 or Orta, but not 2.
Granted, I always think of Saga, but we'll get to talk about that when we get there.
But that's the point.
Yeah.
Nobody thinks of Zwei.
Also, the thing with Saga is just, oh, it's that Saturn RPG that's ludicrously expensive. But yeah, I would probably give it a D. I'm going to go quite full E category because it is a Panzer Dragoon game. And there is a little bit of notoriety around the franchise.
Just a bit.
Age. I'd probably say C because it's aged a lot better than the first one did.
Yeah.
But it still has a little bit of age to it. So I would say maybe C.
That sounds about right.
Because you have it on a gameplay standpoint and a graphical standpoint, I think. Touch. I would probably put it actually D, honestly, because it's pretty easy to die. And if you're a novice to that kind of game, then you're probably going to not make it long. All right. So, with that, I'm going to do this, and hopefully this didn't break. Yeah, so if we take a look at the Indigo category, the super cool, awesome shmup, great job rank, I guess. You notice a particular franchise seems to appear a lot in this category. Like, say, these right here. Oh, not that one. Oh, yeah, that one. Like these right here.
You're right.
So, yeah, so Toho appeared a lot in this category. However, since this is Retro Rank Rhapsody and not purely shmup, I think we should take a look at something just a smidge different.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So let's do this. Let me pop it up. Hopefully it's not too loud. I'm pretty sure I changed it. That shouldn't be too loud. Also, how do you need to why do you need to update this old ass game? So this is hopefully going to appear. Oh, also, whoops. Let me close out this real quick.
It is time for potato.
Yeah, so this game is so this is Toho 9.5, also known as Shoot the Bullet.
House a bit loud.
Let me fix that. Okay. So the thing with Shoot the Bullet, and let me pop this up real quick. Oh, not that. Yeah. So the thing with Shoot the Bullet is, you're not. I'll get into the actual game. So your goal is not to actually, shoot. Your goal is to take pictures.
Damn.
Oh, right, we're the photographer, Tengu.
What is this nonsense?
Okay, so you see how I have a meter that kind of like by that crosshair? So I need to survive until that it's 100. And then I get in and I take a picture.
I mean, this definitely seems like a better Toho to start a person on, because
Yeah, in that
Okay,
particular mission, we only needed to take 3 pictures.
Just need to learn to dodge.
Okay.
Oh, you dare reshoot, you son of a bitch.
there you go. You got it, Max.
Okay. Okay. There. So a thing that's kind of... What did I... Oh.
Through the skin of your
God damn it.
teeth.
God damn it, your greed!
Nope. Fuck. Damn it. Also, by the way, I should point out that the window that they put you in if you're not in full screen mode is incredibly tiny.
Of course they do this. It's a Toho game. Weird optimization things is it's other thing aside from...
I got too greedy.
Your greed!
Stop! Your greed undoes you!
Patient Lolo!
Like, honestly, seems like a really good, like, game to teach a person onto Toho, just because it's...
Oh,
you have to worry less about...
Not just Toho, but just learning patterns and incremental dodging in general.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I could get sneaked by that. Nope. Also, you do seem to get more points if you do it while you are almost about to get hit by a bullet.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
We talking like grazing?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Got it. There.
Just fucking murdered her!
Let's see. Can I go to the
It's real
front?
fucked up.
Okay. So, let's take a look at level 2 level.
It's a good friend, sir, no.
Oh! Nope. Oh!
God, you ran directly into it too, because you got greedy.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that was a really good picture.
If only you could learn proper maths.
Oh! Oh, damn, I didn't see that bullet.
Yeah, that was just being careless.
Me not realizing I bumped more than I should. Or go...
Yeah, paying attention to yourself is very important.
The thing to remember.
Wait.
Toho is basically always sunny, just in a magical Japan village that's separated from the rest of the world.
Never forget that time that a character ate a crow and learned nuclear fusion.
Yes.
Oh.
Delicious crow. Just sometimes you casually eat a sun crow, like you do.
Oh, so you can, like, kind of guide the shot a bit to...
Yeah, it's... Ah, damn it. Oh, damn it. And of course there are 5 each time, so... Oop. Okay, that's what happens when you don't let go.
Oh, that's interesting. At least it sent you back to 50%.
Oh, getting yourself in the picture also seems to boost it. Oh, it failed. Damn. Hey.
Gotta get the photos.
Nope. Damn it.
Yeah, but it did let you delete those bullets.
God! Being a spell card photographer is dangerous work.
Yeah, I think there just might be a certain point threshold. Eh. Oh, damn it, I thought it was more to the left. And sometimes you just forget how much you going left actually takes you left. Oh, and that's sometimes you're just very careless. There we go. Okay. Let's try the next scene. Oh, nope. Oh, damn it. Oh, jeez. Nope.
So, who is this?
I forgot what her name was.
Is she supposed to be like a Yukiana?
It seems like it.
We've seen her in another game, I just can't remember what her name is.
God, I hate the sound effect of the bullets, though.
Yeah, that's the bigger issue, is it's just like a lot of... It's a mess in terms of audio.
God.
Is there music? I don't hear any music.
There it is.
Exactly.
It's just drowned out by the just sound of bullets.
God.
It was a joke.
Because yeah, if I do this and then... let's try this one. This is probably the better mix that you'd want anyway.
This is much better, yeah. Listen to the trumpets go.
Nope. Okay.
Well, it's an interesting take on the shmup
Okay.
genre.
Yeah, I do. I really like this idea.
Yeah. Like, my only complaints about it are probably just things of just like, this is one of those things where I know I would get just too frustrated with it just because this is just a mess of bullets.
Honestly, like it's like a neat minigame kind of thing, or like a nice learning tool. But at the end of the day,
Damn it.
as a game, it's kind of
It is something you kind of have to be into it to begin with.
it's a
Yeah.
thing that's barely there.
I'm not sure how much different this is from just holding the fire button down and spamming beams all the time.
No, I mean, it's like useful as a learning tool. Once again, there's a lot more to a Toho game. This is really just like Toho characters and their patterns transplanted into this for the sake of this entire gimmick game.
Yeah. Let's see if I can do. Let's see
Like,
if I
it
can get up to
feels-
3.
More like a toy than an outright game to me.
Yeah.
And that's why it's a 0.5. It's not a
And
so-
7.5s have been actual games, like
Yeah.
full-fledged.
I believe this I believe 9 was Imperishable Night. Oh damn it!
Sorry, I'm just amused by that comment of, it's more of a toy, not a game. These games aren't toys.
Well, in terms
You
of
know
like,
what I mean.
yeah, in terms of this is it, and it's not like there isn't a full thing. It is very much what it is. Oh,
Like, it's a gimmicky thing meant as a little bit of side content.
yeah. So let's see. 8 scenes in total. So yeah, that's pretty much what the entire game is. It's basically just doing that over and over again. So yeah, that is shoot the bullet. Let me.
Less wet clothing than Fatal Frame.
Yep. Oh, come on. I'll just have to do this manually. Okay. Close out this. Okay. So that would shoot the bullet. The thing is that I don't know if I'd put that in the attack category. I'm thinking putting that in the dex category.
Yeah.
Because at that point, you're not really attacking anything. It's all about dodging. It is entirely all about dodging and then getting in that really quick picture.
Like, it's neat as a learning tool, if nothing else.
And in that case, I actually really enjoy that. Like, it is a fun thing to play, and it's easy to get into, and it's mostly because I really like shmups, and I'm starting to actually really get into bullet hell. That I personally enjoy it. But I will fully admit that if you are not into that kind of thing, then you probably might not. But yeah. If we're comparing this to Dex, I would probably play that above City Bomber.
That sounds about right.
I don't know if I'd put it above Point Blank, though. Any objections?
No, that's fun to me.
Okay.
Seems alright.
I think that was 2004. I probably should have checked.
2005.
Okay.
At least that was the copyright date.
Then that's the one I'll use. 2005.
Yeah, I trust it.
Game Shanghai. Alice. It is a PC game. And
How do letters work?
I still would put it under the shmup category.
Oh, it is straight up a shmup, yeah.
Tone. Cute?
Potato.
I don't,
Atonal, honestly.
yeah, I don't know if I'd. Yeah, well, especially since they barely go into the the characters. They just happen to be dressing. It's not like trying to do a story or anything. Also, for OST, how'd you like that one song? It was decent.
Makes me think of my blue Corvette and how everybody is blue.
No.
I mean, it was okay, but I was getting a very strong Eiffel 65 vibe from it.
Oh no,
No, I would definitely give it a B.
Yeah, I think there's like one or two more songs once you get the later stages, but yeah, they do tend to reuse that one song. World building. Or incredibly lacking for a Toho game.
Yeah! Yeah, they just throw these girls at you.
And maybe if I checked like the last of the stages, maybe there's bits of story, but in this it was just stage after stage.
You guys started talking about these characters like you knew every bit of them. And
that's because even in every other game, there's little bits of story. It's surprisingly limited in the amount of. Actually, I wonder, what did we put for Megamari? We put a C.
I mean, yeah, but even then, Megamari still had more, like, this is a Toho than this game did.
Yeah, so I'd probably put it a step underneath that. So I'd probably put it D.
As I said, it just felt like you had Toho bosses and their patterns just transplanted into this.
And then Craft. Craft, I would definitely put at least a B. Because it is what it is.
Yeah.
Impact. Let me just go ahead and do that.
Yes.
Age. I would say maybe a little bit of age, just because it's a Japanese early 2000s PC game, which in itself will mean a little bit of weirdness in trying to get it to run. But other than that, the gameplay it's perfect the way it is. So
it does what it sets out to do just fine.
Other than some jank with the way that it runs. Well, even the way that it runs is fine. If you can get it to work, it works perfectly. Unless you don't like small windows. Because yeah, that's the only real thing I'd give against it. Touch.
See, that's an interesting thing because this game specifically seems like it's designed to teach how to do a bullet hell game in general.
I would say it does. However, it is still trying to teach you a bullet hell, and it does not pull punches.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's like it's still welcome to bullet hell. Here, learn to dodge.
Yeah,
I would probably say a C or a B.
See, from my perspective, that sounds better than what you usually get in a shmup, which is learn a whole bunch of set of rules to dodge a bunch of stuff. Okay, now here's the end boss, learn a whole new set of rules. Whereas this game is just so pure. It's just dodge bullets, go.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking C at most. I don't know if I'd put it into B.
Wow.
Although it does actually, you get like when you fail, you get retry immediately.
Yeah, I mean it's just
it's that Meat Boy loop of like, oh, you die, you start over, you just die, and you just restart over and over again.
Yeah, I mean that's why I think it's just a pure experience. Like it is what it is.
Yeah, I mean I also feel that it's helpful as say a learning tool. Because the entire point of the game is dodging, trying to get the right shot. Like that is the central focus. There's no lead up or anything. You are just in those fights immediately. trying to learn patterns and getting a hang of incremental dodging.
So, so is that B? I guess.
I would vote for B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. So yeah, let's shoot the bullet. Look. Let's see, are you gonna play nice now? No, you're not. Okay. Ignore some noises in the background. Yeah.
It is time.
So now that we've done that, that brings us to the Mastercraft list.
Time to get insane.
And there was a certain
Yes.
game that I really took a shining to. So much so that I went and got an import copy of the sequel. And let me quick get that started. So, this.
Just gotta give it a bit.
This is Mushihime-sama Futari.
Of course it is.
Yes. So we looked at the PC version of the original Mushihime-sama. Unfortunately, there is not one for the PC for this version. However, there's an Xbox 360 version that is region-free. So, yeah, you can play it on... I am using a US PS or Xbox 360. And yeah, why don't I just go ahead and... So, much like the PC version, there are different... They give you different versions of the game. When you first buy the game, you only have access to 1.5 in a range. Black Label is actually DLC. $15 DLC, by the way. Which is kind of questionable considering what exactly it is. So we are actually going to take a look at the Black Label version because cave games they do. Also, you have a choice between arcade and Xbox 360. Basically, that is, do you want original graphics or do you want enhanced graphics? And we want enhanced graphics.
Also, the plot, once again, is ridiculous.
Do you have a
It's a cave game. Of course, the plot's ridiculous.
Do you have it up?
I'm seeing if I can get a better rundown of it.
Okay. So just to kind of give a rundown of what the Black Label version is. It's basically a version that came out in arcades that's more of a... Think of like a championship edition. It's basically the same game, but it's just tweaked a little bit to be more tighter. And basically, from what I remember of the plot, or do you want to just read from it?
Oh, do you want the previous one, or do you want this one?
So just to kind of give a rundown of what the previous game plot was, you are Reko. You are a girl who just turned 15, and her village has it's like some sort of tradition that when girls turn, or there's, can't remember if she has lineage or something, but when she turns 15, she needs to have there's like some sort of tradition where they kind of have a sacrifice kind of thing. And basically she tries to run away, and then also there's some sort of plague that goes around her like village, and she's trying to go into the forest, the Shinju forest, to figure out what's going on. She finds Kiraniko, I think it's Kiraniko, which is this kind of bug thing. And basically they fly around. She also, I'm getting a little bit of echo.
Ref, I think it's coming on your end.
So, yeah. They meet up, or she meets up with a boy named Akko, and basically turns out that he is actually somehow evil in a way, and or maybe not evil, but basically they have a fight, and basically in Akko's dying thing is basically like, oh, I'll be with you, Reko. The thing is, you have to promise me that you will serve as the guardian of the forest. And it turns out that the tradition is the sacrifice is actually basically you are giving your life as to become the princess of the forest to protect it. Hence Mushihime-sama, which literally translates into like something like exalted bug princess or something like that. But yeah, that's previous game. If you have the plot of the first or of this game, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a decent rundown of
it. From what I remember, it is basically since Akko dies due to what you were doing, and basically his mother gets really pissed off because she is like the queen of something, and yeah, she sends
He was
her...
actually the prince and heir to a small kingdom known as Utakata Village.
Okay.
And the queen, Larsa, is less than enthusiastic about it, and now starts a war with the forest.
Yeah. And sends her young son, who is, I think, 9 years old, Palm, out to go after Rekko. But it turns out that Rekko able to talk with Palm and kind of make friends with him. So
she rides them.
Not quite.
Eventually.
So.
Oh god.
Do we?
No. No.
Okay, let's do Maniac. Yeah, because unfortunately, I don't think if you play God mode, I don't think you get, because this does have a final boss like the original, or a hidden final boss. I think you do have to beat one continue, which I am not going to be able to do. So I'll just do Maniac, because we need to see at least a little bit of this in its full blast. So we have a choice. We can play as Rekko or Palm. I'm gonna play as Palm. Okay, so this is incredibly similar to the first game. And most cave shooters in general, you have a standard shot which slows you down. You also have a secondary shot which is fast and is used for kind of just getting out of the way real quickly. Oh, damn it. Also, you do have a bomb. So yeah. Rekko plays pretty much identically to or at least pretty close to how she played in the original game. Playing terribly. Also, as you can probably tell, this doesn't have exclusively a bug theme like the original did.
At the beginning of the previous game, Aki gave a bracelet to Rekko.
Oh right, that's so. Because he gave the bracelet, he ends up dying due to the curse of the forest or something, or the plague, or like
that was his own protection against the poison in Shinjuku Forest.
Okay, now that I can actually focus a little bit.
And then he ends up leaving her, saying he'll always be with her in spirit.
Yep.
So, dinosaurs.
Yes.
Is it better or worse than bugs?
I guess it's personal preference.
Yeah, I guess.
Also, if memory serves, in the previous game, something like the bugs literally shooting their life force at you. It's real weird.
Also, this stage has really good music.
This game's somehow more straightforward.
That is... Actually, if I have a complaint about this, it is that this seems like very much a technical... This is very much a technical enhancement. It is not a thematic one. Because I'll just go ahead and say, the stages themselves aren't nearly as memorable as the first games. because like if you remember like the first game, like the third stage like took place on like the back of this giant ass bug that basically was a giant bug battleship. And like stage 4 it was that really pretty night stage that had the really chill music. This game doesn't have any of that kind of stuff. Like they're just straight up stages, but they don't get me wrong. The gameplay itself is phenomenal. Also, I will. One thing that it is kind of weird. This is an Xbox 360 port of an arcade game. There is a lot of slowdown, which I don't know if that's intentional or if they could not get it. Like, I would be surprised if you could not get that out, something like this to run at 60 frames on an Xbox 360.
It might be emulated slowdown, honestly. Because don't forget that they've been rolling out their arcade cabinets on the same hardware for a long ass time.
Oh, that's nice. They give you a max power.
Yep, it's standard cave.
Yeah, it's always nice when games try to avoid the Gradius problem.
Yeah, this one actually, being a low power actually isn't even that bad.
I do have a complaint. Just the stage doesn't seem all that great with your beams being like the blue and white color.
Well, kind of. The thing is that I will still say is that cave games have a very good. They are very good at making sure that the bullets are the priority for when they like are actually drawing stuff. Like if you think of like the layering of like everything that is appearing on screen.
Yeah, enemy bullets are on top.
Yes.
And a distinct color that is different from your own. This game also just kind of feels less consistent thematically than the previous one.
Yeah.
It kind of feels phoned in, I guess, really.
Kind of.
I mean, it's a technical upgrade, but it's also just kind of just more video gamey in general. If that makes sense?
Yeah.
Because like the previous game was definitely going for a style and a vibe.
Yes.
Not that this is bad in any way, it's still pretty good. It's just as a whole package so far, I feel like the first game was better.
Yeah. Oh.
I do like the stage end arts, though. Those are nice.
Yes. I do kind of like this stage, though.
Music's pretty good so far.
Yeah, the music is. I mean, the music. It's the same people who did the original, so.
Yeah.
It's still fantastic music. It's just I like the original how it had a theme kind of going for it. Also, I have no idea how the point scoring system works, because it seems like sometimes it gets stuck at 1, and I'm not quite sure why.
Also, honestly, like the opening bit of the song reminded me a bit of Dodonpachi. Like the most recent one. I cannot remember the name of.
Resurrection?
Yeah. It was one of the Dodonpachis.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, no.
It's very much cave music.
So, yeah, one of the things I liked about Mushihime-sama was also the fact, and it is one thing I will kind of put against this, is the availability of this. Oh, thank you. Yeah, like I said, if you want a legit copy of this, Xbox 360, it's available region free, out of print, and non-available digitally. You do the math on that one.
Good luck, champ.
Not as bad as it could be, but you're paying you're paying full game price for this. That being said, it is also available on MAME. I will just go ahead and say that. Not that I would recommend piracy, but hey, you can get this version of the game on MAME. It's not gonna look as pretty.
It's not gonna have this sweet background.
Also, the music's not gonna be as high quality.
So maybe I'm just remembering wrong, but I don't remember the original Mushihime-sama being quite this busy visually.
It wasn't.
Yeah, no, this is kind of hard to follow to a degree.
Playing it is not as bad, but then again, that's a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, once again, it's cave design. It's very clear what they want you to see, but also it's just a bit busy is all.
Yeah.
Also, I do miss the screens showing the various parts of your hitbox.
Yeah. 'Cause the thing is, they actually have that in here. Also, I should say, rather than Dejica Games doing the port of this, it's actually M2 doing it. So it actually seems like Dejica actually took from M2, like I'm not saying like took in like they stole it or anything, but it seemed like they actually got the ports from M2, which is why it had all those small screen kind of things. And this game has it. But since it seems to be in early versions of like what they were doing for like the shot trigger stuff, you can do it, but you're gonna play at a much smaller version of the playfield.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hey!
Oh, damn it.
What is good?
Let's see. Oh, no. See, that's the problem with the slowdown, is that it kind of unslows down really quickly.
Yeah, I know, that screwed over big time.
Damn it. Okay. Alright. That's stage 3 down.
Fun fact, the arcade version of this runs at 240 by 320.
Wow. That is getting a lot, because it does look actually, like, it doesn't look that much different than this. That is squeezing a lot out of 240p. Which also shows that Cave likes to reuse hardware, because there is no reason. This is a 2000, this is like 2007 when this game came out.
Yeah, this was on the Cave CV1000B.
There is no reason that a game coming out in 2007 should be running at 240p.
Once again, it's Cave really liked reusing hardware.
Yes.
Yeah. What's K's most recent game again? Is that Build-Up Resurrection?
No, it's I want to say they're coming out with a new one, but if it's the one that I think, if it's not that one, it is a Kai Katana. Which I actually have a copy of that sitting next, sitting near me.
M2 is publishing their most recent, which was Ketsui Kizuna Jigoku Utai.
That's going to be an M2 shot triggers though.
Yeah.
That's just a remake of God. That's just a redo of Ketsui.
Dodonpachi Resurrection is actually the most recent, like, original thing.
Huh.
And that was by Digica. But, like, publishing it.
Yeah. I do, because I do have a Kai Katana also. But I haven't played it yet.
No, but that's specifically Resurrection for PC.
I will say a Kai Katana, you can actually get that really cheaply, because they did actually, there's a physical release of that in the US. So you can get it for like $20. Like less than that, actually.
So
so the first game that they did for the CV 1000B was Mushihime-sama back in 2004.
Oh. Huh. God, that game looked... Well, granted, I think
the last game on it was Death Smiles in 2007.
That wasn't that bad.
Death Smiles is a very different art style compared to a lot of just cave games.
I don't know why I was... Probably because you mentioned Death Smiles. I did find out when looking up screenshots of this, there were PVC figures made of this. And of
Oh no. Oh no.
Of the screenshots that I've seen, it is more detailed than it needs to be.
I'm sure they're very tasteful.
They're not. They were surprisingly explicit. Also more expensive than the game.
It is kind of interesting though that the difficulties straight up have different bullet patterns and bullet densities.
Yeah. God gets ridiculously like you remember how you remember the true final boss of the original?
Mm-hmm.
It gets like that in stage 1.
Yeah, also the non-black label version of this is apparently much harder.
I actually that doesn't surprise me. Oh, hey, finally a bug. No.
I was always interested in how much work goes into like creating the bullet patterns for these games.
It is best described as an art.
Yes. Nope. That was just a bad placement on my part.
The secret final boss of previous game is like one of the best examples of that.
Also, that is, you have to realize every single property that the bullet has. The fact that the hitbox of the bullet is not the whole bullet. The fact that... Yeah.
Yikes. And that your own hitbox is usually just like, I'm guessing it's the red
yes,
sphere.
it's the red thing, except it's the very middle of that red thing.
Okay. I like the Spyro gems that you're picking up.
Also, this is practically an Espagaluda stage. Which, by the way, there is an Espagaluda 2. Which, from everything I've seen of it, basically plays almost identically to this. Except with a little bit of the Espagaluda. The mechanics of the original are in that. But they are stylistically actually very similar. Although, as in the original Espagaluda, it is just a smidge more bloodier.
Was that the one where we had that entire army of Alices come after us?
Yes.
Oh dear.
That is the S series trademark, I guess. Yes. You find something?
Mushihime-sama on the iOS uses a weird credit system.
Oh, right, yeah, because that's another... I take that back. You can actually get this if you have an iPhone.
Yep.
Or an iPad. Because
Uh,
you see this game here? You want to play that on a touchscreen? Because you can.
For reference, the credit system I'm referring to is that you gain an extra credit every time you use up all your own, and you start with no credits.
That is actually how the M2 shot triggers stuff technically kind of works. Although you start with like... Because normally you start with 3, and then every time you lose all your credits, you get another one.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah, it's really good because that's how I built up. When I beat premium mode on the Battle Garaga remake, it took me a few times, but it was nice having an additional one every time I game over. It's like it's actually how like the treasure system.
Well, it's useful for learning the game and just getting farther each time.
Yeah. That's why what I liked about the Saturn like the Gradius 5 and the Saturn version of Radiant Silvergun.
Radiant Silver got some good shit.
Yes.
4-hour stream when?
Well, it wasn't. The reason that it was a 4-hour stream was because I did 6 other games before that. Or no, it was 5, I think.
Yeah, but those are mostly pretty quick.
But when's the 1cc run?
Never.
Never.
Although technically I think I did do that 1cc because I think I used the Game Genie or the Action Replay to give me infinite lives.
Yeah, you did. You did. You cheated like a motherfucker, but it was worth it. 'Cause Radiant Silvergun is a game that is worth it.
If I had my save of when I originally played it, I would be able to beat it with the credits that I had. And the levels that I had.
But yeah, no, Radiant Silvergun is very much a game worth experiencing.
I swear, if they bring that Steam... Like, if there's that rumored Steam port that's gonna happen, if they do that, they better base it on the Saturn version, not the 360 version. Or I'll be very upset. Because the Xbox 360 version has that kind of, for the story mode, has the whole build up credits every hour. Except it's not credits, it's lives. You get 1 live for every hour, and no continues.
Like, as in real hours? Like
Yes, as in real playtime hours. You have 1 life.
So if you lose all your lives, you have to wait an hour to play the game again?
No, it's if you... So, you start out with 3 lives. You play 1 hour, you now have 4 lives. In the Saturn version, it was... You have up to 10 lives, and for each hour, you get an additional continue.
Okay.
So, it made... And that game is pretty hard on its own, so... It made it so that it was really... A grind more than it should have been to actually see through the entire story mode.
Oh, so the song's real good.
Yes. I mean, I will say, this game doesn't have the theme, like the nice themes of the original, but the whole oh, you're on the back,
The mood and theming and spectacle.
Yes, the music is fantastic. It is like, okay, let's just make 6 really good songs.
I don't even know what level we're on at this point. They kind of blend together a bit.
It's the last level.
Okay. I can't believe we're gonna kill a queen.
Speaking of which...
I love regicide.
Yes. Murder royalty. All royals must face the guillotine.
Also, she is very much infamous.
Here we go.
Is this the Is this the one that I've seen on YouTube that has like?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Yep, there we go.
And just think, we're not even on God mode.
Oh god! Ah!
Yeah. Incremental dodge this motherfucker.
I can't even imagine God mode if this is like.
Yeah, this character,
Oh,
as I
Lord.
said, this boss is
God
infamous.
damn it.
Yeah, it's like if you go on YouTube and look up the hardest boss ever.
You're either going to get this or you're going to get the original Mushihime-sama.
Yeah, the secret boss in the original.
Oh, here we go.
is
Oh, nope. Oh,
Ah!
Real shit.
What is that pattern?
doable. It's all doable. One credit
Yeah,
or
it's
one life. Just good luck.
All very much doable.
Oh, I'm definitely aware it's doable. But
just-
that doesn't mean.
On a first go, it looks incredibly intimidating.
Oh, here we go.
As it
Yeah.
is.
Oh.
Also, something you need to remember is that the hitbox of the bullets and of you are much smaller than they seem.
Up, here we go.
Right, they're in the center.
Oh god. No, this
Nope.
is stressful.
It's stressful, but it's less imposing than it seems.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
still
trying to-
incredibly tight, though.
No.
I'm trying to pick out the exact hitbox on the bullets.
It's the glowing center.
Yeah,
Okay.
glowing center.
Also, it's just I'm doing it wrong. It's basically you basically need to shoot right and left. So if I were playing on a harder difficulty and 1CC'd it, there would have been another boss right there.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna murder her spirit. But yeah, you murdered the mother of the person who saved you.
As we're foretold in the prophecy.
So is it time to go send our partner character off to die because it's a cave game?
Well, we'll see. He isn't looking too hot.
Also, that's right, a visit from your dead brother.
That's what I was looking to see if seeing
That is
Anko.
straight up, yeah. That is supposed to be Aki. You did it.
Sure.
You've beaten all the shmups ever.
Let's save the replay. Well, I guess I didn't get a ranking. So yeah. I wonder actually if it'll let me do this. Mode. Power max. Maybe. let's just take a look at just for giggles.
Hey, that's the other thing I forgot to mention too, is that the passing on of the bracelet made her the queen of the bugs.
Yep. Also, just to show Rekko off. Oh, here we go.
Got that fucking laugh though.
Of course, we have to have the Oju laugh.
Up. Lost where it was. Up. Nope. Also, I really like this final boss theme.
It's pretty good.
It's really good.
But I also appreciate like how the firing types work in terms of mobility too.
Yes. Nope. Had to move up. Nope.
My eyes cannot keep up with that.
Well, the entire point is just focus on yourself.
Yeah, because you're always supposed to be really looking at parts where how did I...
Don't worry about it. Just accept
There
it.
we go. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, because the thing is, when it does that dragon segment, you're probably not supposed to be doing the focus one. You're supposed to be doing the speed one, because you're actually the rapid shot actually makes you move faster than normal too. So you actually have 3 speeds that you're working with, and you're trying to gauge which one you need to use at what time. So like here's probably one where you need focus.
Yeah, the entire point of focus is once again incremental dodge.
There's not a point threshold where you gain an extra life, right?
I believe there should be. Damn.
They thought of that.
Not quite.
Okay, so we don't get to see the final boss.
You know what? Maybe that's for the best.
Okay. Anyway, yeah. That was Mushihime-sama. Futari.
It's a good game.
Yes, it is.
It's a damn good game.
Yeah, so let's go to the actual this one. This definitely falls under attack. I can pretty much say this belongs above Bosconian. And probably above Panzer Dragoon Zwei.
Yes.
Definitely. I mean, it's not as good as the previous one, in a number of ways, but also mechanically, it's definitely like superior.
Yes. And that was 2000 and... Well, I can probably see it.
Yeah, so like things like the music wasn't quite as themed as the previous one, and the story was far less interesting, which is still a weird thing to say about a shmup.
Yeah. Let me just make sure. Also, the one thing I missed from the... I didn't... 2007. Also, that is one thing I did miss from... that version is the whole... When they brought it over... when Dejka changed the... what is it? You can only play this game in Japan. They changed it to... This game is playable by Earthians. It is available for use for the entire universe or something like that. So yeah.
That's right, Alien Scum. You can't play our video games.
Anyway, that's a cave game. That is. Do I have Xbox 360? Yes, I do. That is a shmup. Tone.
It out of tone.
Yeah, it's pretty atonal.
Okay. Because I was thinking maybe
Anime a tone.
I should have anime tone. I did actually think maybe a little bit of happy because it is.
You sure? Given that the queen is trying to get revenge
I mean,
for the death of her son, and also she's trying to murder her own son.
maybe not happy, but it's definitely more. Well, I really need to make anime a tone.
Because that lady you murdered was, in fact, the mom of the thing you were writing.
No, it was the mom of the. No, the thing you're writing is from the original.
Oh, was it?
No, it's not Aki. Aki's just in the bracelet, I think.
Oh, Aki's dead.
Well, his spirit's in the bracelet or something like that. Because the thing we're writing is that.
Either way, though, she wants to fucking murder Palm, who is with you.
Yeah.
Palm would be a kid.
Okay, I'll put atonal for now.
Damn right, fucker.
Okay, OST is. This is not a debate.
Yeah. Pretty straightforward.
Here's the thing: the world building, it's a step down from the previous game, but it's still above average for a shmup. So I'm thinking,
I would say B.
Yeah. Okay,
What did you fucking do?
Where'd it go?
Hello.
Oh no!
It's broken.
You fucked it, Lolo.
There, we're good.
Ignore the loud bangs. People are setting off fireworks.
Craft. I mean, this is shmup. It's pure shmup.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it's fantastic. From a bullet hell perspective, there is little that you can do. Like, it is cave at its finest in terms of mechanics. So I would give it an A.
Can't believe they made a puzzle game after this.
I've looked at it, it's not good.
Yeah!
It does not look good.
It's really not.
Yeah. Impact.
Not really.
Among shmup fans, it's well known as being really good, but that is about it. The fact that even you can't get the you can at least get the original on Steam. This you can't even do that. So I would probably put it down to E. Or let's see, should it be a D?
Impact. I mean, we did have a discussion about how if you look up the hardest boss ever, it does show up.
Yeah, this game has a degree of infamy.
So
Okay.
even if it hasn't really changed a whole lot, it still is. I would say D because it is still known.
It's actually how a bunch of people first learned of Mushihime-sama.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Age.
I don't think is really something you could put down.
Yeah. I mean, it's 10 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put X. Because even if it is, it's kind of the same thing that if modern shmups tend to ape off that style, I don't even know if So I don't even know if you can call that aged. Because it's practically of the newer shmups. Touch. I would probably say maybe D, because I don't think it's not like super difficult. But I mean, super difficult. It is hard, but it is very like it doesn't pull punches, but it lets you know like ahead of. That doesn't make sense.
I think I know what you're getting at. Like, if you go on basically one of the easier settings, it's not like it's gonna hammer you.
Yeah, you were playing on Maniac.
I was playing on Maniac, which
The systems are smart enough that you can pick it up. You can pick it up and play it from the get-go, and then it's not like obtuse about
Also,
its features.
Generous enough about lives and game overs.
yeah.
So I'd say like D or C.
I would say the only thing I'd say C is that this game, even on normal, it does not pull punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe probably go with a D.
Yeah, if you're going into shmup, like if for some reason you pick that as your first shmup.
Oh, this is definitely not entry level.
Yeah. So that's why I'd give it a D. So yeah, that is Mushihime-sama Futari. It is a really good game. Although, actually, should we consider that Mastercraft? I would say yes.
Yeah.
Nope, wrong one. Nope, actually, that was the right one. Yep. Yep. Also, while we're here, Nemesis 3. We don't have any red on this list.
Yet.
Give it time.
Okay.
Still plenty of games to play.
I figured while we're there, we might as well question it. But yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. So, yeah, so that's going to do it for tonight. Thank you for watching, and it was nice to actually get back into some shmups. In regards to actually how I plan on integrating the old list into this one, I'm debating about whether or not we should like get like a group of the people, so like probably Corpo and Carnival, and try and migrate some of these games to the list. Like, but
yes, the Great Shmup Roundtable.
No.
but I have a feeling that's not going to be for a while. But I will say I did so this is probably just a plug if you're watching on YouTube to actually watch the streams. I have a thing where if you watch, you gain Funbucks. And I do have a little tiny store that you can buy little things like, for example, you see this, or actually let me pop the list back up. You see this Ghost and Goblins right here. That has been invalidated by a viewer. So I will have to go and re-rank that at some point. That is one thing you can go and buy. But one thing I did add for relatively cheap is if you want to see a game from the Ranking of Shmups list put onto this list, that is available.
Interesting. Now, do you have to give a reason why you feel it should be invalidated?
No. I do have a right to refuse, though. For example, right after Metroid, I am not going to have that thing invalidated. I'm not going to redo...
I wonder why you're using that as an example.
Because it's the only time that's happened. But yes. So yeah. I do plan on bringing some stuff from the list. I do also plan on re-ranking some stuff that was already looked at in Ranking of Shmups. But yeah. It'll be a gradual process. I have been jumping to play some Kingdom Grand Prix and Sorcerer Striker again. But yeah.
Soon.
So yeah, that's going to do it. So good night.
Good night.
Hello. Ola from the future here. Just wanted to let you know I made a little bit of an oopsie. You see, when got so much into the Ranking of Shmups mode during this episode that I kind of forgot that I have different categories, even though I already put Shoot the Bullet in the decks. Realized that I should have put 2 other games in different categories, that being Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei and Lords of Thunder. Those games give you health bars, and give you quite a bit of hits before you die. Lords of Thunder especially. Panzer Dragoon kind of toes the line, but Lords of Thunder definitely belongs, as well as Panzer Dragoon 2 Zwei, on the resistance list. Because that is basically the main difference between attack and resistance, is the fact that you have a health bar, and those games are basically more about trying to keep that as long as possible and not just quick, like, oh, you got hit, you're dead. You basically get back to where you were. They're about kind of trying to survive a longer period of time. So I have invalidated those 2 rankings, and on the next episode that I will be recording, not the next one I'll be uploading, but recording, episode 19, I will have a quick chat with whoever's there to see where these actually belong. So with that, I need to remember my own show's format. If you would like to keep up to date with Retro Rank Rhapsody, you can follow me on Twitter at LoloThePuzzlo, or join my Discord server by going to the URL discord.ldp.life. Thank you for watching, and I hope you stop by again.